When the 2024 season started and the Dallas Mavericks traveled to San Antonio for their season opener, all of the eyes were on rookie phenom Victor Wembanyama and Luka Doncic, who would match up in a season opener that's quite simply a dream for NBA fans. But what was brewing in the background at this moment was a comeback story that would turn into one of the most inspiring comeback stories in a while in the NBA. It was Dante Exum on October 25th making his return to the NBA after a little hiatus overseas. Just 9 games into the regular season, the Dallas Mavericks found themselves suffering some injuries that put Dante Exum into the starting lineup. Since entering the starting lineup, he's been putting up over 15 points a game, over 4 rebounds a game, over 4 assists a game in his 10 starts. And to be quite honest, it looks like he's giving Jason Kidd no choice but to keep him in the starting lineup. Exum said that one of the things Coach Kidd wants to do this year is push the ball. That's something I can do with my speed and pace that a lot of the guys are learning. He says, well, I can push the ball into the paint, open looks, make the right plays. That's my biggest strength. So it looks like Dante Exum, who came into the league in 2014 as the 8th overall pick, as a 17-year-old, is now redefining his game on the Dallas Mavericks in a different way. In 2014, he was just a 17-year-old that was basically handed the keys to become a face of a franchise. He was one of those prospects at the time that was tall, he was fast, he was one of those larger guards that at that moment the league was kind of in love with. But he had a lot of injuries throughout his first 5 years, and that's what caused him to go play ball in the European circuit after that point. Many people at this point wrote him off, said he was a bust, and that his NBA career was completely over. And at this point, it's just looking like Dante Exum is becoming a little bit more of that guy that people wanted him to become around 10 years ago, but now he's doing it in a different way. His jumper looks like it's improved, his body looks like it's great right now, he's in shape, and he just knows what to do. He seems like he understands the game really well, and his motor is really impressive. He's made a lot of really nice hustle plays and had a lot of moments for Dallas where he's kind of that guy doing everything on the floor. When Exum was asked about this entire situation, he said, quote, "It's been quite the journey. I wouldn't change anything. The hunger of missing a lot of games has driven me to make sure I stay on the court." So it's crazy to see a player that came in the league as a guy with a massive expectation. He had an 81-inch wingspan. He was one of those guys that they were doing those sports sciences on. They were saying he's going to be the next this, the next that. He had an Adidas feel before he signed in the NBA. He was in Foot Locker commercials before he played a single game. So whether or not he'll say or he said in that moment that he felt the pressure, that stuff weighs on you. So in his first season in Utah, he actually played in all 82 regular season games, but averaged just 5 points a game and shot 35% from the field, which isn't really good. And that's something people are going to point out if you're a top 5 pick. So as things go in the league, when you're a top pick and you're not really performing, or really any rookie or young player in the league, it just becomes so competitive. As the years go on, guys come in, they take your minutes, teams quickly move on for the next thing, they don't believe in you, the media comes in, this and that. So it was 5 years later that Dante Exum was out of the league. He went to the European circuit for a bit. Now he's back, and he seems like a player that definitely belongs in this league. He's contributing to the Dallas Mavericks at a high level. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Dante Exum and his return and how good he could be for Dallas. This is truly one of the more inspiring stories we've seen in the league as of late.